Good morning, children. Welcome to your biology class. How are you? I hope you are fine and safe at home. In previous class, we discussed about ecosystem, environment and different type of waste materials. Today, we will discuss some important terms of our chapter, our environment, like food chain, food web, biological magnification and ozone layer. Children, in ecosystem, you know that biotic as well as abiotic components are there, and their interactions make an ecosystem possible, isn't it? So biotic components means living things. Abiotic means non-living things. So living things include plants, animals and microorganisms. So all these organisms are depend on each other directly or indirectly. They are depend on each other. So we can show this interdependency by food chain and food webs. A food chain is a linear network of links in a food web. It also shows how the organisms are related to each other. Let us consider a food chain of grass, grasshopper, frog and snake. In this food chain, you know that grass is a producer, isn't it? So we can also call it as autotroph. Autotroph means they can prepare their own food materials by using sunlight, carbon dioxide and water, isn't it? Then this grass is eaten by the grasshopper and grasshopper is eaten by the frog and frog is eaten by the snake. Likewise, the grasshopper is a herbivore because they directly eat the grass. Then frog and snakes are carnivores. You can easily understand from this food chain. Then the herbivores and carnivores are the heterotrophs because they directly or indirectly depend on the producer for their food. You know. So in this food chain, each step or each level is called as a trophic level. Trophic level. Trophic level. So here the first trophic level is a producer, that is grass. Then second trophic level is a herbivore, that is grasshopper. And third and fourth trophic levels is carnivore, isn't it? Third one frog and fourth one snake. So they are carnivores. Children, this is a pyramid showing different trophic levels of a food chain. The first trophic level includes producers. Producers means green plants. They are autotrophs. The second trophic level includes primary consumers. Primary consumers are herbivores. They directly eat the green plants. And the third trophic level includes secondary consumers. The last, that is fourth trophic level includes tertiary consumers. A greater number of individuals are seen at the lower trophic levels of an ecosystem. So the greatest number is of the producers. As you have studied, autotrophs capture the energy present in the sunlight and it converts it into chemical energy. And this energy supports all the activities of the living world. And this energy goes into the heterotrophs and into the decomposers. The green plants in a terrestrial ecosystem capture about 1% of the sunlight that falls on their leaves. And they use this solar energy for the production of food material and they convert that solar energy into chemical energy and store in their bodies. And a part of that energy they will use for various life activities. Then about 10% of that of the previous trophic level. Likewise, each trophic levels will get a 10% of the energy of the previous trophic level. So, energy flow is unidirectional from the sun to the first trophic level, then second trophic level, third trophic level. Likewise, the energy will not revert back into the solar input. So, the energy flow in an ecosystem is unidirectional.
Children, here you can see so many food chains, and all these food chains are interconnected. This forms a food web. A food web is the natural interconnection of food chains. Children, another new term is biological magnification. It is the process of increase in concentration of toxic substances within each successive link in the food chain. One of the reasons of biological magnification is the use of several pesticides and other chemicals to protect our crops from diseases and pests. So these chemicals are either washed down into the soil or into the nearby water bodies. From the soil, these are absorbed by the plants along with water and minerals. And from the water bodies, these are taken up by the aquatic plants and animals. This is one of the ways in which they enter the food chain. As these chemicals are not degradable, these get accumulated progressively at each trophic level. As human beings occupy the top level in any food chain, the maximum concentration of these chemicals get accumulated in our bodies. This is the reason why our food grains such as wheat and rice, vegetables and fruits and even meat contain varying amount of pesticide residues. They cannot always be removed by washing or other means.
Children, we know that we are an integral part of the environment, and some of the human activities may adversely affect the environment. Now, we are going to discuss about such a case. Before going to the topic, let me ask one question. What is the importance of September 16? Yes, World Ozone Day, isn't it? So, Science Department made one video and it was published in your classroom. I hope you watched that. So, what does mean by this ozone depletion, and what are the functions of this ozone? Let us discuss first. Children, you know the importance of oxygen in atmosphere. It is essential for all aerobic forms of life, isn't it? And we can represent it as O2. But ozone is a molecule that is formed by the combination of 3 atoms of oxygen. So we can represent it as O3. Okay, O3 is the ozone and it is made up of 3 atoms of oxygen. Then what is the importance of this ozone? Ozone is actually deadly poison, but in atmosphere it forms a layer, and this ozone layer protect us from the harmful UV radiations of the sun. UV radiation means ultraviolet radiations. Actually, these radiations are very damaging to the organisms. It will also cause skin cancer in human beings. So, this ozone layer protects us from harmful ultraviolet radiations. How does this oxygen form in atmosphere? We know that oxygen, molecular oxygen is available in the atmosphere, that is O2. Okay, so by the action of high energy UV radiations, this molecular oxygen splits to form free oxygen atoms, that is O plus O. Then this oxygen atom compare with oxygen form the atmosphere. Okay, so O2 in presence of UV splits to form free atoms of oxygen, that is O plus O. Then these free atoms of oxygen combine with oxygen molecule to form the ozone or O3. Ozone layer depletion is nowadays a great matter of concern. Ozone layer depletion means the gradual thinning of ozone layer by the release of some chemicals. These chemicals are mainly chlorofluorocarbons, that is CFCs. Okay, so these CFCs are usually used in refrigerators and fire extinguishers. So we have to reduce the emission of these chlorofluorocarbons for the future existence of this ozone layer. Thank you for listening me, children. Attend the test questions, watch the animation with the help of the test URL, download the notes and learn. See you next class with another topic. Till then, bye.